play on day one here in Cary, North Carolina. 32 teams back for the final session of group play from the soccer tournament. TST giving $1 million, a winner-take-all prize to the victorious side. Last chance to make a push for the knockout rounds here for Kingdom FC. And we'll see at Dortmund as they collide in Group A action. Hi there, Jason Knapp here. Glad to have you back with us alongside Warren Barton. This 7-on-7 format here with smaller fields, smaller goals. It's been large on excitement and large on suspense, and still a lot of things to be decided today.
Yeah, again, it was a wonderful day yesterday. There was a lot of things going on and off the field as well. But today it's about business. It's about winning and going through. Dortmund are playing for pride. You've got teams like Wolves, West Ham that'll be looking to do well as well today. But it's been encouraging for the players who are out here. They're fit. They're a little bit tired as well from yesterday. 2 games in one day. But it should be an eventful day today as well.
Well, Kingdom FC has an opportunity to break through to the knockout rounds with a win and a little bit of help. Calfury brothers, their squad has looked pretty good at times.
Yeah, they've looked a good team. Again, they have a nice balance at the back, and you said with the 2 brothers involved, they'll be starting again today. They want to go forward. They need to score goals. They've got that in abundance. And against a Dortmund team that are licking their wounds, there's a few injuries that they've got, so they're not at full strength. So this is going to be an ideal opportunity for Kingdom to get maximum points, and also goal differential is huge.
One of the great brands in the sport here, with their kit and crest on display, and it's been cool for a lot of teams to see some of the great stars and legends up close and personal here in this tight format.
Yeah, it is, and it's great to see the players out. Satana, another one that's played a lot of minutes ago, Dido as well, an excellent player, over 300 games for Dortmund. It's a big brand. They've got a big presence in the US. They're obviously well supported here, and they're playing for pride. And as I said, anytime you see that yellow shirt and the crest, you're going to go out there and get everything. They've got players that have been involved in World Cups. So again, that professionalism, that excitement will be out there. They've got media stars as well. So we'll be looking forward to this game. It should be eventful.
Dortmund and Kingdom FC with a spot in the knockout round hanging in the balance for Kingdom FC. We'll see how it shakes out from Cary coming up. Here are the standings in Group A for Kingdom FC. It needs a win and a Newtown Pride loss to Hoosier Army in its final game going on here in a bit to secure a spot. If Newtown and Kingdom both lose, then Kingdom is in. They have the head-to-head advantage over Newtown Pride. If it's a three-way tie between Hoosier Army, Newtown Pride, Kingdom FC, it goes to goal differential, Warren, and that's not good for Kingdom FC currently.
No, it's not. Definitely a huge gap to try and make up, but they've got a good possibility to win this game. As I said, with Dortmund, one or two injuries to say the least, and a little bit of lacking in fitness, should I say.
We'll get ready to go here. Again, 2 20-minute halves, 7-on-7 aside soccer. No offsides. You look at the starting lineups here, brought to you by Ufos. Again, some big names in Grosskreutz, Santana, Dede for Dortmund, and Kingdom FC. Again, the Calafiori brothers, those reality TV stars, the headliners there, but some talent all across the board here for this club that has a 1-1 record thus far. And Dortmund searching for its first victory of this tournament. Again, 20 minutes on the clock, 2 20-minute halves. Again, at the end of regulation, target score is set. That's one more goal than the leading team has. So if it's 2-1 at the end of regulation, target score is 3. First team to 3 goals gets the win. And if after 5 minutes of target score time, there isn't a goal secured and we don't get there, they start taking players off the field for each team. You go down to 6-on-6 to see that shot get pulled wide there for Kingdom FC. And it's really interesting, comes a factor, Kingdom FC knows this very well, Warren. Yesterday against Hoosier Army, they were down 4-2 at the end of regulation. No goals for 15 minutes, so it went down to 4 aside. Kingdom FC got a goal. Then it went down to 3 aside. They got another goal, tied the game. Eventually it went 2v2, one field player and a keeper, and Hoosier Army got the game-winning goal from their keeper to win 5-4.
Yeah, it's fantastic. You know, that shows the effort and commitment of the players going out there. They look very sharp, Kingdom, at the moment. They've been positive on the ball. You said already they've had a shot. That rule has given everybody a chance in this competition to get maximum points.
Oh, turnover there. Mitchell Cupstas on the stretch. He was massive in the target score time with some big saves to kind of keep Kingdom FC close, especially when the field got more wide open with less players on it. At a big stop there to deny the teenager from Texas, DJ Kulai, plays for Dortmund's youth club there.
He looks a good player. You know, he's obviously going to learn from experienced players that have been out there, and it's been a bit of a long challenge for him being up there by himself, but a good experience to play against teams. Kingdom, you see that high press that they're pressing in. They don't allow Dortmund to try and play out from the back, so he can be an outlet with a long ball.
Adam Abdullawi, college soccer at Georgia Southern, and time in USL League 2 with a long ball up the field. Back for Paulie Calafiori, 34-year-old player and GM for this team, played at Rutgers. Again, all the reality TV experience for him. Big Brothers, X on the Beach, The Challenge, and more. Slid wide. Alberto Morales Roldan. That's deflected out by Dortmund. He had a goal in game 2, did Morales Roldan against Hoosier Army.
Yeah, he's a talented player. Got obviously a left-footed playing on that right-hand side. He'll always come inside. But Dortmund at the moment, they're defending well. You know, they're not getting pushed in too deep. They're trying to get balls into areas where they can try and penetrate as well. Just that little touch has to be better to relieve some of the pressure.
And as far as the Dortmund story thus far for this proud club representing that top side in the Bundesliga,
I want to say,
Michael Bolvin, again, played at Queens College here in the state of North Carolina, suiting up here for this Dortmund squad. Nice through ball opportunity. Handled in the back confidently by Kingdom FC. Again, Dortmund lost its first game 5-2 to Hoosier Army. Opportunity here for Kingdom FC. Left off, extra pass. Dede sniffs it out.
Oh, lands one through the legs as well. I enjoy that.
All the skill.
Nice little nutmeg there, nice composed.
The 45-year-old Dortmund legend, Brazilian great.
You never lose it.
Gulai smacks that off Kingdom FC defender. Corner kick coming up. Yeah, they lost 5-2 first game, and then yesterday, scoreless into the second half against Newtown Pride. There were 3 red cards that came out.
Ooh,
opportunity
that's a good
there,
chance as well.
Blocked away.
Another good save. He said he did well yesterday. And they did another save. Little chip. That's how they got their goal last time. The little set piece. He comes in at the back post and good technique, good contact on the ball, but again, good goalkeeping.
Michael Spear with that opportunity there. More on his story in a minute. Anyway, Dortmund playing down a player 6-5, ended up giving up a flurry of goals, lost 8-0. That's put them up against it here. Again, just kind of playing out the string. We're trying to get their first taste of victory here. Kulai deflects that out. Another corner here for Dortmund. Looking lively here at the outset.
And Jason, that would have hurt the players. You know, they don't want to lose big games. They've got a lot of pride playing in this. And yes, it did get a bit heated with the players and competitive spirit was coming out. But they want to come out and perform and have a good account of themselves. They regroup. You know, the first team lost the Bundesliga to their big rivals, Bayern Munich. So they want to have pride back in their club.
Again, Kingdom playing here, but again, their fans also be looking at the scoreboard. Newtown Pride with an early goal against Hoosier Army in that game on Field 3, again with implications in the group. Kingdom wins if it advances and gets a loss from Newtown FC. If they both win, three-way tie atop goes the goal differential. And right now, Newtown Pride and Hoosier Army have that advantage over Kingdom FC, something to track as we roll along.
And I think you can realise that with the players on the bench. You know, the subs that are sitting there, they're all standing up, they're all keen, they'll all be aware of that situation. So that adds a little bit more pressure to them. And they've started the game very well. They've been high energy, pressing high up the field. But they look a little bit anxious now. And, you know, once they hear that scoreline, and don't forget they're playing for $1 million. So they're not coming here just to, you know, have a bit of fun. They want to try and win. They put this together. Some good players that have played at a high level. And they fancy their chances if they can get out the group, but that scoreline will trickle down to the players on the field and obviously on the bench.
Nice long ball. Handled there. Cross pitch pass. Out. Again, no throw-ins here in this format, so the kick in for Dortmund. Headed down, and Masurli trying to leave it back off for Santana. Blocked. Numbers potentially here for Kingdom FC. Extra pass off the bar. Golden got a piece. Golden opportunity gone there. Again, no offside, so Gordy Gerson good to go if he had put it on frame.
Yeah, well, that was the problem. You know, they get caught on the counter-attack, and he thinks he's put that into the back of the net. Just leaning back slightly. You watch when he's breaking through now. Just watch as he's leaning back. If he can put his head over the ball and punch that into the back of the net, but because he leans back, it gives the ball the opportunity to fly off the crossbar.
A long-time indoor standout in the MASL with a bunch of teams, including Utica City. This is an opportunity to give Kingdom FC the early advantage in a must-win game.
And there's that little psychological thing as well. You know, missing the target, not scoring the goal, knowing what's going on the field across the road. That all adds to a little bit of tension and pressure.
And again, it's must-win right now. If the Newtown score holds, try to see if they could work their way into the knockout rounds. Again, as we often see in group play and various events, final game, you're watching what you're doing and also wondering what's going on with the opposition day-to-day from distance. Again, he and Noah Beck, again, the social media star, were the two players red carded yesterday for Dortmund. After consultation with the officials last night in TST, they rescinded both of those red cards. And both of those players with the option and opportunity to play in this game, and both on the pitch right now.
Yeah, and I think the fans want to see him. I mean, I know it's a heated battle, and or trying to be too clever, but yeah, but Beck's done great. I mean, he's run around the field, he's given them energy. And as we said, the Brazilian here give him some quality with that left foot. He's not going to get up and down the field as he used to, as people remember him from Dortmund, what a player he was, and the expert sweet left foot that he has.
Alex Ramos in the mix. You look at Noah Beck, again, year of college soccer at Portland, and then just blown up on social media with all his interaction involving the sport. 30+ million viewers on TikTok that are checking out his every move. Oli Calafiori diving header in there to keep possession here for Kingdom FC. So some guys that know how to get attention on the field right now, get attention in a TST sense here at the soccer tournament.
I mean, that's the game, the way it's growing in this country, the way the people are involved.
In front. Call coming here, and they're going to get a push off against Kingdom FC. Or maybe a shield. Let's see.
Whatever it is, he's going off. He's going to have a rest. Try that twice now, the little through the legs. It's not going to work. Put the ball in the back of the net. Don't be too clever. You need to win the game. You need to score goals. Take care of your own business. But credit to Dortmund. You know, they've come out with a great attitude. You wouldn't expect anything different with that football club. Anyone that never seen their fans, their stadium, it's one of the best in world football, let alone in just in the Bundesliga, in Germany or in Europe. The way they get behind their team, they're very passionate about their team. They focus. There's 60-odd thousand that turn up week in, week out, get behind their team. Oh, what a save again. Good
Big
save.
shot.
Swerving and dipping.
Rip there. Alex Ramos, son of U.S. legend Tab Ramos. He in Kingdom FC, looking threatening here. Back near midfield.
He could still play as well. His dad, Tab, he's a very good player. Been involved with the U.S., obviously, national team. USL now as a coach.
Now Hartford Athletic, working with that side. They over for Santana.
You know, they've adapted Dortmund to the game. You know, we see the first game, they was caught out of shape. They wasn't sure about what balance to play. Having three people just staying back. They've adjusted to that. Look, Santana's playing right wing. Because it is so different. You know, there's no offsides, there's no throw-ins. You can't slide and tackle. All the things that are normal to these players for year after year, they've had it in their DNA. You know, now you don't have to do it. So it's a little bit of adjustment. But they've done it.
Spencer Patton with a nice intercept, calling for it back, edge of the box. Can't control, back flashing over to try to win it. Foul against Patton, guy that played trio of seasons at Virginia, including an ACC title run at 2019 that finished up his college career at Temple.
Oh,
Shot
what a
from
finish,
distance
what a
there
goal.
and a goal. Keegan Woolley played collegiately at St. Mary's, and then Blinn College gives Dortmund the lead. It's first of this tournament.
Well, we had a perfect view of it just behind, and as he just shifts it onto his right foot, he curls that into the back, uses the defender as a screen for the goalkeeper, and just whips it into that corner. No hesitation in his mind, just leans back, and wonderful technique. And that little bounce just in front of the goalkeeper is so difficult to adjust. Just watch as it skips in front. We've seen it's a little bit of a cooler this morning, so there's a little bit dew of grass, and it's a bit wet on the surface, and just skips in there. Nothing more than they actually deserve, Dortmund. They've been good, they've had a good balance in the back line, they've gone forward, and that's an excellent finish.
Now a coach for Dortmund Academy in San Antonio, this Bundesliga club with a foundation of teams in the United States. Sending a squad here to TST. Inside Santana pulling it down, and that is an easy call for a penalty.
But once he got the wrong side, Santana was always struggling.
And a red card as well.
I mean, rules are rules. I get it, but could you not give him the benefit of the doubt? They're asking the thing. And listen, the rules are rules. If he gets, as soon as he tries to win it, that's his problem there. And Santana's been a good defender. That you can see on his shoulder, the right arm is just pulling him back on his left shoulder. As he turns, Santana just gets the wrong side. Try and be disciplined. And once the attacker's going to feel some contact, they're going to go down. And the referee's got no hesitation, one, to give the penalty, but also the red card. And it's a shame because Dortmund had just got into the game. They was looking good. They're asking the officials, is there any way?
So first off, hear about the penalty. Drew Wright, player coach here for Dortmund, discussing. And ripped home easily there by Kingdom FC to even the score at 1 apiece.
Yeah, it's a shame for Dortmund because Santana's been excellent for him. He's played a lot of minutes as well. He's not one of these players that are coming off. He's very, very much part of their blueprint of defending and, as I said, getting forward. And that's the last thing Dortmund needed. But they've got character. They've shown they can score goals. So now every player needs to give a little bit more of an effort, but it's a big ask. He looked like he was outside the box as well. You know, the referee, the pressure that's been put on him, they think he's well out the penalty area. You can see the Dortmund bench being active on that sideline.
Again, Daniel Steedman finishing on the PK to make it 1-1. So Dortmund now playing down a player for the second consecutive game. A team that's lost a few players with injury will play short here the rest of the way, and frustrated with a chance maybe to have an opportunity at the other end And now a
Another
yellow card. Not sure if we had an illegal sub there. Again, you've got to...
I think it's more what he said. Yeah. They felt there was a handball. You know, they felt that the goalkeeper had come out of his area and there was a handball by Kingdom. It wasn't given. They just need to get this out of their mind. They're very frustrated, obviously, with the red card with Santana, which is, the rules are rules. You know, last defender, you bring someone down an obvious goal-scoring opportunity. They are the rules that go from 11v11 to this competition. It's not one of them rules that's been changed.
So again, Dortmund up against it here again, playing 6v7 now. And for Kingdom FC, again, we talked about the opportunity here in this game. If they were to win and Newtown were to win, comes to goal differential. Well, now the door is wide open for them to pile up goals here in case that becomes a factor, and they need it.
But what they can't do is try and force it early. You know, they've got plenty of time. You've said about the extra players, so don't try and force the issue. Make sure you keep to your game plan. Make sure you understand that you need to score goals, which is obvious, but you don't need to get them all now. You know, they've got the second half to go along. Oof, he ripped that one as well. He's obviously confident from his goal earlier on. He's no hesitation, leans back and gives that a rifle. And this is where they can get back into the game with a set piece. They did it in the first game. Here's your army, and this is another opportunity.
So Kulai subbing in for Woolley. Low driving ball, and that one flashing across the pitch. Now Kingdom FC looking for possession, trying to get down the field early. Weaving inside. An extra man played wide, Luke Holmes. Scored a couple of goals last game for Kingdom FC, but not able to hold possession.
You know, sometimes as well, playing against a team that are with a man down, they're more organised, disciplined, focused. It's not as easy as people think. You know, you think, oh, I've got a spare man, they're going to get an overload. If you are disciplined and you keep your shape and you keep your formation, you can see through difficult moments. You know, that's what Dortmund will have. They have experienced players that can do that at the back. So psychologically, you think, oh, I've got an extra man, it's going to be easier, we're going to overload. If Dortmund in their yellow shirts just keep their shape and keep a little bit of more of a composure when they're playing, that sometimes it doesn't matter too much. You've seen it before where 10 players, you know, get a good result against 11v11.
And Dortmund right now controlling pace here, time winding down into this 20-minute first half. Surly up for the header. You'll notice Dortmund, one of the teams that have co-ed roster, a couple of women playing for the squad. Saw Annika Daniel earlier, Julia Farr out there right now trying to track down the ball as Kingdom FC looks to use its numbers to advantage. Bolden with a nice save.
Yeah, Bolden's been excellent. You know, he's had to come up save after save, and he's done that.
Another guy using social media, showcases soccer skills. And this one might make the reel.
I think that's where me and you went wrong, social media. We're not on it. Or is there a lot of other, there's a lot of other things as well that may come into that.
A little delayed foul call there and quick restart.
He nearly caught him out.
Oh, the shot ripped by Steedman. Bolvin had his back completely turned. The official wants to make sure that's all set. And short pass blown up by Grosskreutz.
Yeah, clever play as well, you know. Yeah, Dortmund players, they're more worried now with the referee and everything else. Just focus on the game. I mean, we had the atmosphere yesterday with Wrexham and the women's national team that was here, the all-star team, and you know what, fans coming along, cheering everybody on. It's been a real family affair with people coming along, getting autographs, getting selfies. It was great. We've had basketball players. It's Paul that was here. That's been great, talking to Steve Nash, and his kids are on the field playing. It's been a real exciting experience for a lot of people. I've thoroughly enjoyed it with the games and seeing the players give everything they've got.
Kingdom FC.
Oh, what a ball.
Crashing it down. Missed the net. Couple of pounds of the turf there on that sliding opportunity for Morales Roldan.
I mean, this is a wonderful counter-attack as well. You know, the delivery played in, and you want it to go to this player just to tuck it in with his left foot, and does everything right, but just pulls it to too wide. Instead of curling that into the corner, he hits it too straight. And every miss they get, every missed opportunity, they start getting more and more anxious. They get more and more frustrated with themselves. And Dortmund can thrive off of that. You know, you can see that in the players.
Inside, cruising in, opportunity, and a goal. Knifing in is Steedman. Again, gets his second of the game. Kingdom FC on top.
Well, that was better because there was a lot more composure about it. They're not trying to hurry things. He gets the ball, he waits, he shifts it, they back off, they don't really close him down, and he takes it early and just leaning to that left. He can't then get his body across even to block it off, and he just does enough to get it on target. There's enough power on the shot. And that's what they need to do, just hit the target, hit the target.
And a guy familiar with this region, family-owned soccer center here in North Carolina, played time in the USL, including here with North Carolina FC. So again, Kingdom FC jumps ahead 2-1. Tail end of this opening half. And again, Dortmund, for the second consecutive game, up against it, playing short a player, acquitting itself fairly well for a good chunk of that first half. But Kingdom FC ahead 2-1. Second half coming up. TST, this $1 million winner-take-all tournament. Final stages of group play continue in a moment.
The Greater Raleigh Sports Alliance welcomes all the teams and fans in attendance for this historic event. Check out visitraleigh.com for all the info you'll need to enjoy your time in Cary. Renegade GK is thrilled to be a part of TST because, like us, this tournament is exciting and different. Come check us out and take advantage of the special 20% TST discount of all Renegade GK clubs. Fans, be sure to check out the soccer.com merchandise tent located near the event entrance. There you can purchase all your official TST and team apparel on site. North Carolina FC Youth is proud to have current and former coaches, players, and staff participating in TST. Visit ncfcyouth.com to learn more about soccer programs for kids of all ages and abilities.
I know, right?
The soccer tournament is brought to you by Ally, proud ally of TST. Do it right. By Aviation American Gin, the official gin of TST. And by UFOS, the official active recovery footwear of TST. Here in Cary, North Carolina, fans piling in for another day chock full of action here from the soccer tournament. Kingdom FC 2-1 edge on Borussia Dortmund here at the break. Jason Knapp, Warren Barton, glad to have you with us. Where these teams all try to advance to the knockout stage. And again, here, intrigue in Group A. Dortmund eliminated, but Kingdom FC needs a win and a Newtown Pride loss to get in with Hoosier Army. If it's a three-way tie, if Newtown beats Hoosier Army and Kingdom also wins, comes to goal differential. Right now, they're trailing in that capacity. Would need to really ramp it up, and the chance to do that again, playing a player up.
Yeah, and also with Newtown getting the result at the moment, I know it's only half time, but they feel confident going forward. So, yeah, for Kingdom's point of view, Dortmund down a man, Santana being sent off, it's now getting as many goals as possible to put added pressure on Newtown as well where they're playing, because everyone will be involved. We're seeing it on the screens and words getting around about the results.
Again, if Kingdom were to win, Newtown loses, Kingdom, Hoosier Army advance. If Kingdom and Newtown both lose, Kingdom has the head-to-head against Newtown Pride. All something to look forward to. Again, Newtown Pride in that other game right now, Kingdom FC leading Dortmund headed to half two. The soccer tournament is brought to you by Ally, proud ally of TST. Do it right. By Aviation American Gin, the official gin of TST. And by UFOS, the official active recovery footwear of TST. 20 minutes down, 20 more to go of regulation before we get to the fun and craziness that is target score time to determine
That's my favorite bit.
The winner here. If this last game of Group A play for Kingdom FC and Borussia Dortmund. Action early here. Dortmund grabbing a lead. What a strike from Keegan Woolley.
Yeah, wonderful technique. He comes in shift. This is a big turning point for me in the game. Santana just gets caught at the wrong side. The referee's got no other decision. He's the last man. Obvious goal scoring opportunity. The red card comes out. Emphatically just put away. Irvine had no chance in goal, and then from that moment on, they obviously got an extra man. Felt confident, was trying to force it in certain areas, but this is a composed finish. Hit with a bit of venom, bit of power, ends up in the back of the net.
Yeah, Daniel Steedman with the PK and that other goal and the nifty run inside, make it 2-1 Kingdom FC. Again, once we get through our second 20 minutes, the target score is set. It's a goal more than the leading team score. Right now at 2-1, the target score would be 3. First team to 3 would win. We expect more goals here in the second half, especially with Kingdom FC up a player here after the red card to Santana. So playing here 7v6, trying to advance their lead.
And also knowing what's going on the field just behind us, and knowing that they need to score goals, they need to get that goal differential up. They're not sure what's going to happen there. They need to try and take care of business. But one thing they can't do is concede again, because that will give Dortmund a huge lift, give them a little bit more energy that they need. I think it's important now with Dortmund with their substitutions to be clever, make sure you do it at the right time. But you've got that unlimited opportunity, so make sure you use it as a coach.
That other game into the second half as well. Newtown Pride still with the lone goal. That early tally against Hoosier Army. Foul edge of the box. Free kick awarded. Kofi Jawup, in former UAB Blazer in collegiate soccer.
Yeah, just gets caught the wrong side again. I don't think there's any intent. He's trying to hold himself, but there's contact there. They get good sportsmanship, picks him up. You know, that happens. It's part of the game. It's a physical game. There's contact, and we want to be fair to each other, and it's a good bit of sportsmanship just to pick him up.
Free kick coming.
A bit optimistic, I would have said. I think I maybe would have had a player closer. He can roll it on his right foot. Back there, see the funny side of it. He was trying to be very clever with the outside of his right foot. There's 2 balls on the field now.
Surly will get rid of one. Thomas Schmidt, who took that free kick, got the first goal for Kingdom FC in its win against Newtown Pride. 26 seconds into the game. That's the way you start a tournament in this new format. And he's been active for Kingdom FC throughout. Paulie Calafiore.
I like what I'm seeing with Dortmund as well. They've got 2 defenders, 1 midfield player, and then 2 strikers to put a little bit of pressure on the ball. They're not going to sit back and have 3 and invite attack after attack after attack. They're going to try and use their 2 presence of strikers up front, Beck being one of them, who's got good energy. We've seen him in the game get up and down the field. So they're not going to sit back and invite too much pressure. And what that does, that makes Newtown have 3 defenders.
Turnover in the back. Grosskreutz lost it, but Bolvin able to save the day with the stop. Kulai can't track down that pass.
This is where they get the problem now, the transition. You know, it's getting back. Have they got the energy? Have they got the desire to get back? Another good save.
Yeah, Bolvin again up to the task.
He's in. If he plays him over the top, he's not offside, obviously.
Kulai trying to bring it down. Now, great ball skill. Shot in traffic, and that deflects out. It'll be a kick in here for Dortmund.
And there's that situation. As you know, as a defender, you're pushing up because you think he's leaving him offside. There's no offside, so he can run in behind. He's 10, 15 yards behind the last defender.
And Kulai suiting up for Dortmund, plays for one of its youth club teams in Texas. Beck, header just over the bar. Again, that set piece, Dortmund looking dangerous.
I think that's something that they've worked on because they did it in the first game. They got a goal. Lovely little delivery. Someone around the back post trying to attack it. Most defenders get attracted to the ball, leave that little bit of space at the far post. Unfortunately for Beck, he just got underneath the ball. The timing wasn't quite right, and he puts it over the crossbar.
Yeah, that would have given Dortmund a huge jolt of energy to square it while playing a man short.
I repeat myself, it's not always easy when you're up a man. You feel like you can take your time, you've got loads of space, but Dortmund have experienced, particularly at the back.
Cody Calafiore on the inside, earns the corner. Again, younger brother of Paulie, played college soccer at Temple. Another reality TV star, winner of Big Brother 22. Surly tracking back, and Kulai trying to be problematic here. Short corner played. Possession paramount right now for Kingdom FC. Paulie Calafiore. Trying to probe this Dortmund defensive structure right now. Good angled ball through the middle of the field, and that one dangerous, but it slides all the way by.
And that's going to be their best chance, is get it out wide and cross the ball early. Don't allow the Dortmund back line to get organised, and that's where you have to try and anticipate. Good possession. It was patient that they had. Kingdom, once it got wide, the delivery was coming in. That's when you can crash the goal. That's when you can try and get numbers in the penalty area. Don't hesitate. Take that chance. Be brave enough that the ball's going to come in.
Luke Holmes has got multiple goals already in this tournament. Former NAIA National Player of the Year at Notre Dame College, and then finished up his collegiate career at NCAA Power Akron. Almost had that one to make it 3-1. Cody Calafiore working inside. Steedman sends it across. Time and space. Nice kick save along the back line for Grosskreutz. Bolvin comes up with another huge stop.
It's an excellent save because there's people in front.
And now left there,
adjust.
end of the box, and deposited home by Jackson Eske. All of the glorious chances, and a simple ball left there, dinked in.
Well, he just couldn't. Bolvin, the goalkeeper for Dortmund, just couldn't adjust himself. He'd made an excellent save to his left, and he wasn't able to get up enough. They're the one who goes down. There's people in front of him. They don't, again, clear their lines. They hesitate slightly, and before you know it, it's in the back of the net. He couldn't quite adjust his feet and his body to get up because they don't clear their lines. Clever little back heel. Good first save. I love that. Now get rid of the ball. They don't. See how he's already gone to that left-hand side. He hasn't adjusted and come to his right to get in the middle of the goal. It's too far for him to come across. Now you're just wondering, are the floodgates going to start opening up?
Spencer Patton, nice step over. Numbers big time. Bolvin somehow handles his business again, getting a piece of that on the way by.
Oh, he's been phenomenal in goal. You know, he looks the part. He warms up properly. He gets ready. He's made another good save to his left-hand side. There's not a lot he could have done with some of these goals.
SK flights that one over. Guy that scored the last goal. How about this intrigue? Just played his brother William in the last game, who plays for Newtown Pride FC. So the brothers on different sides on teams in the same group. Potentially one of them will keep the dream alive to play for the $1 million, and the other one might see the dreams dashed.
Share it. You know, if one wins it, I'll share. You know, there's that hedging your bets rather than just being on one team. You think, well, I'll take the chance of going on another team.
Surly back for Bolvin. And Kingdom FC 3-1. Newtown Pride still with that 1-0 lead against Hoosier Army. Again, if both of those teams win, comes down to goal differential. And in that case, in Newtown with a big 8-0 win against Dortmund right now, and Hoosier Army as well would have it against Kingdom FC.
Yeah, Dortmund now just lost a little bit of interest in the game. They're finding it hard now to get back. That psychologically, that goal was difficult for them.
Drew Wright, again, player coach there, getting a foot on that to deflect it away. Ramos, edge of the box, taking a shot. Bolvin watching that one go out. Official saying he got a piece, so another corner coming up. Tight edge score. Great work, and the hammer home there for Kingdom FC. Again, continuing to pressurize things, and a blistering goal.
And there's still plenty of time. I mean, the step overs that he was doing, they play it quick. He's direct, he's positive. There's one, there's two, there's three, there's four. Gets it out of his feet and then rifles that into the back of the net. They don't close him down. He's fully aware of the situation. Beck's got no chance, shifts it across and then hits it across the goalkeeper. As you're told as a kid, hit it across the keeper. If he palms it out, one of your mates may tap it in, but there was enough power and venom in that shot.
Goes to number 8, Adam Abdullahi.
Sweet shot from Alex Ramos.
Goal scored in the
Again, so it's
29th
4-1 now. Again, about 10 minutes left to go before we get to target score time. And again, Dortmund, again, looked composed early on playing a man down. That's changed here in the last couple of minutes as they are in scramble mode right now with the continued pressure here from Kingdom FC, which understands what's at stake. Again, Newtown Pride leading 1-0. Again, Hoosier Army came in with the advantage in goal differential over Kingdom FC. But right now, that's potentially dipping down. They were +4, but now Kingdom FC is up to +3. So right now, they're equal. Another goal here for Kingdom FC, if things were to stand the same in that other game, would loom large for them to push through.
Yep, and that's what's going to keep driving them on.
And they've got time here, still 10 minutes before we even get to target score time to try to put this out of reach. And Dortmund, again, just trying to hold the fort.
And that target goal time, I don't see Dortmund really wanting to, if it gets to 5 or 6, to really have the energy to get back into the game. So that could say that Kingdom are going to get another one there as well. I want to block. Again, that shows a commitment. Beck's flying himself in front of the ball.
Now he has continued to look more and more impressive the deeper in this tournament as it's gone. And for
there's another one too. Can he get another? Oh, it wasn't going to be third time lucky.
And now numbers really up against it. Dortmund player down and the goal scored easily. Steedman finishes off the hat trick for him. It's 5-1, and that was Grosskreutz who took a tumble and Yeah, Bolvin realizing the numbers were dead against it.
Well, they took advantage. You know, they got players down on the floor, and that's a neat little finish again. He's got two options, right and left, trying to anticipate it. Bolvin in goal has got no chance. But what's great as well, the sportsmanship. They went back to make sure that the Dortmund player was fine, make sure he got up. And that's all part of the game. You know, it's competitive. Yeah, we want to do well. You want to win. There's $1 million to play for, and winner takes all. But at the end of the day, it's about the game and the spirit of the game. And we see that yesterday with Wrexham and the Eva O'Reilly's team and Mia Hamm, the women's team. You know, although it was a heavy scoreline, it was still played in a good spirit. Lots of high fives afterwards as well, because that's what it's about. It's about the game and enjoying the game. It's beautiful facilities. Playing against some legends.
Absolutely.
Real legends.
And again, that noted crest here as well for Dortmund. While we had a goal in our game, also notice Newtown Pride has advanced its lead to 2-0 over Hoosier Army. And again, the goal differential factor now swinging towards Kingdom FC. That could press Hoosier Army out. Again, target score time still looming. Chance to get multiple goals, come back, steal a win. So things still dramatically up in the air.
I looked at them when we had yesterday, Hoosier Army, and a lot of, obviously, the history of that program and what they've done, the alumni coming in. I thought there was a complete team. I thought that was excellent, but it just shows you what I know. I mean, they obviously haven't come into this game, and now they're chasing the game a little bit. But you've still got extra time with the target goal and everything else, so it's not over. It's definitely not over.
Noah Beck tracking back.
That's what you can't do, give away the body language there. You give the ball away.
Beck with a foul. Woolley, who's got the tally for Dortmund, smashing that to the bench.
I mean, that was a bit of frustration with himself, giving the ball away.
Pass out wide. Kyle Parker, two-time All-America selection at Charlotte, and now foul here on Dortmund.
Again, they're frustrated with the officials, and again with Beck, the energy that he's shown, and he's trying left wing, he's trying to chase back, and clever little play going in between two little jerseys. You can just see they collide together and just bring him down. Again, they're asking the referee. I think we've seen a lot in this tournament. It's more to do with power than it is position. You know, with the goals being smaller, you get the ball in front, the goalkeepers there. You've not got enough space to get the ball up and down, so it's hit with a bit of anger, a bit of power into the wall, just off of the wall.
Just outside the box.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, beautiful work, and no offside. Everything there legit. But the connection not made for Kingdom FC.
Yeah, that's what's been going on as well. I think the coaches have obviously sat down last night, worked out some set pieces and structure of how they're going to do things, looked at some stats and probably thought, well, we're not going to score too many goals from there. Can we make it a little bit different?
Intercept on the bad clearance and an easy put away for Kingdom FC, stretching the lead even further. It's 6-1. Good work there from Morales Roldan.
But Dortmund to themselves are causing their own problem now. I know it's tough. Listen, I've been in a situation where you're playing a man down, but that's never going to work in a game. You're told as a kid, don't pass it across your own goal. Always composed. That sweet left foot. We see it in the first half. He's missed the target. He ain't going to miss this time out. Just passes that into the back of net. They're the things that, you know, really disheartening for you, where, you know, you give the ball away cheaply and you get punished. I think they're talking about the ball being a little bit flat. Maybe some air in the ball.
So getting one of the ball kids to service another one to that spot of the pitch. Again, game change. First half, Dortmund up a goal. Felipe Santana given a red card for a takedown, intentional in the box in the eyes of our referee. Dortmund playing a player short since 7v6, and Kingdom FC has capitalized.
And we have to say to the officials, you know, they come under a lot of scrutiny, a lot of rules and regulation. He had no other alternative. He had to send him off.
Another turnover.
That's the problem. You know, they can't keep turning the ball over. I know it's difficult, and they're probably thinking about getting back to getting back home and resting their legs and getting a nice bath and a nice massage and everything else that goes with it. But you still got to try and retain the ball.
Nice little combination. Beck out wide, Masurley. Back for Woolley.
That's better. Just keep the ball. You know, keep moving. The ball never gets tired, so just keep passing that around.
And as you talked about, maybe trying to find a way to get a set piece that was where they were dangerous here, a player short. Beck looking to create space. Woolley, can he get it off? Does. Save made. Cupstas hasn't had a lot to do here, especially since Dortmund's been a player down, but that's a big stop.
Yeah, it's their best possession they had. You know, there's probably 15, 16 passes, little pass and move. And maybe on his weaker foot, we see him take the goal with his right foot. But he still had that opportunity, opened up and didn't hesitate.
Today, calmly handling his business as he's done throughout his career.
He's never been flustered when he was 22, let alone when he's 40-odd.
45 now, patrolling the back line here for this Dortmund squad. Kulai, again, the teenager, going to play college soccer at Bradley next year. Nice little skill set there, and taken down. And a yellow card coming.
He's got good feet. As you said, with Dortmund, they've got satellite clubs all over the world, not just in the US. Looking to identify players. He nips the ball well, and that's a crunching tackle from behind and brings up a yellow card. No hesitation from the referee. But what an experience for the kid, you know, to be around, to wear the shirt, be around some of these players. He should be a sponge, like talking to Santana, these type of players that have played at a high level. We said the Brazilian, you know, speaking to him, what does it mean to play for this club? You know, you see him regular in the Champions League, you see him regular getting players and selling them on.
Oh, whipped from distance.
People know
offline.
Christian Pulisic that come through there. Jordan Sanchez, who's playing in the Premier League for Man United. Haaland, who's the record Premier League scorer this season, have all come from this club. You know, have all gone through, wore this shirt.
They have track record of developing young talent.
Probably them and Ajax, you know, in European football have the best conveyor belt of young players. Leipzig have tried to do it. That's another German team. They've had a influence of doing that. But Dortmund and Ajax have always been the benchmark of getting young players, giving them a chance, finding these little gems and making them into superstars.
And 6-1 here, approaching target score time after our 40 minutes of regulation. We'll see if we have any stoppage time added here to the second half.
I'm going to go out on a limb. I don't think Dortmund will get the points. I just got an instinct inside me. I don't know what it is, but I can't see them coming back with man down. And
so right now,
that's good skill again.
On field 3, Newtown Pride leading 2-0. Target score time has arrived there. Target score is 3. Again, right now with Hoosier Army down 2 goals, goal differential in the three-way tie potentially between 3 teams tied at 2-1. If the scores stay the same at this juncture, they would have goal differential now against Hoosier Army to join Newtown Pride in the knockout rounds. But again, Hoosier Army gets a couple of goals, or in fact 3 of them takes the win, and potentially this Kingdom FC side would be out.
There we go.
So there we are. We've reached the end of regulation. Target score of 7 will be set. That's 1 more for Kingdom FC and a ton of work for Dortmund. We'll see how it finishes up here when we return to TST in North Carolina. Target Score Time is here for our Target Score Time coin toss, brought to you by Soccer.com.
My favorite bit.
This opportunity to get a winner and give the losing team one last chance, ensuring each game will end on a goal. Drew Wright standing out there. Michael Bolvin coming in for the coin toss with Paulie Calafiori from Kingdom FC.
Just remind me again what happened with last time with Newtown. Was it they got down to, was it 2 players at the end?
It was 2v2. Again, craziness ensued. Again, it was 4-2 when we got to target score time last time for Kingdom FC. And again, that target score set one more than the leading team score, so our target score is 7. First team to get there wins. But the catch is, if we don't have a goal, or we don't get to 7, I should say, here in 5 minutes, every 5 minutes we don't get to 7, they take a player off the pitch. That happened to Kingdom FC in the last game. First 15 minutes, no goals. Went down to 4-on-4. They got a goal, made it 4-3. Again, went down to 3v3. They got another goal to tie the game at 4-4. It went down to 2v2. One field player and a goalie for each team. And that's when Hoosier Army got a goal from their goalie down the other end of the field to win it 5-4.
There's your luck. The Kingdom will be pretty confident they can get their 7th goal and get this home and get rested and see what happens. Dortmund have made numerous changes as well, giving everybody a little bit of a run out.
Kulai playing it back. Drew Wright back out of the field. Again, more of the coach for this team. Again, Julia Farr out there. Kingdom now trying to press here for the game winner. On the inside, Bolvin scampering out. Michael Spear, 15 in gold and black out there as well. He's from here in Cary, North Carolina. He got some run earlier in this game. He won a fan challenge to get to play for this team. He sent a video in with some skills on display, trying to help defensively here, and the skills from from the son of the legend, Alex Ramos, finishes things off.
Tab would have been pleased with that.
For Kingdom FC. Beautiful goal there at the finish. Kingdom FC wins it 7-6. And again, right now, if things were to hold, Kingdom FC would be through potentially on goal differential. But Hoosier Army still has life at the end of its game in target score time.
Well, again, Ramos comes in and he showed his quality, nice composure. And they didn't want this game to go on any longer. Ball played over the top. Again, counting the numbers, he comes back onto his right foot and again rifles that into the back of the net. There was no hesitation. They didn't want to keep going, getting players off. They wanted this job done, and it's been done on their side. Now they're waiting. Ramos will be pleased. And great credit to Dortmund. You know, they went out there, they've done themselves proud. Yes, it's difficult. Players injured. Straight away, players being sent off. Santana had no alternative but to be sent off. But at the end of the day, hold their heads up, pride. Good sportsmanship at the end. Go and enjoy the afternoon now.
And Noah Beck with the opportunity to stride up and suit up for this Dortmund side. Said it was a thrill to be able to play with them and was a fun member for this team. Then Kingdom FC, got to see how it shakes out with their opportunity. Again, that finisher from Alex Ramos to potentially push through to the group stage here.
And that's what they'll be waiting for now. The players will be waiting and seeing what's gone along, and that's great again to see everybody just having a chat afterwards. That's what the game's about. Yeah, you can be competitive on the field. You go toe to toe, and this is where they are. They're looking good at the moment.
In that goal differential in their favor right now, should Newtown Pride hang on and win that game, that would push them through. But again, Hoosier Army potentially could mess that up. It'll be really intriguing to see how it shakes out. Essentially, if they're tied in goal differential, there's tiebreakers all the way down. It would go to total goals in the mix.
I'll let you figure that out.
I believe
you're the brains of the company.
Yeah, Newtown Pride might have the edge there. Certainly, we'll see how it all shakes out. Dortmund with a nice round of applause for its fans in attendance here, wearing their colors, the yellow wall, out loud and proud here for those backers of Dortmund here in the States.
If anyone's interested, get on YouTube. That game is just wrapping up. Don't sound leave
so
us,
right
but
now,
get out there and watch it.
Yeah, Kingdom FC with hopes of playing in the knockout rounds, keeping its dream alive for $1 million. Dortmund making its showcase here in the U.S. and pleasing its fans who got the chance to see them up close and personal. Don't forget, more games to come, including West Ham United, Culture by Mo Ali FC, coming up here 10:30 Eastern here local time in North Carolina. For Warren Barton and our entire crew, Jason Knapp saying, hope you enjoy the action from the soccer tournament, TST, as the big win posted here by Kingdom FC.